Hey everyone, my name is John, and today I want to talk about raising our kids to live healthy lives despite how busy this world seems to be moving around us. So, as we're always running from work to picking up our kids, taking them to school activities, trying to get homework done, and all the other things like cooking and cleaning and all of our activities of our daily lives, it seems to be very difficult to live a healthy lifestyle. There's a lot of quick fixes surrounding us, everything from fast foods to special magic pills and anything we're trying to find to maybe make our lives a little easier. I hate to say this, but sometimes you just have to dig in and grind through some things, and sometimes those quick fixes aren't necessarily the best choices in our long run. Especially when it comes to our kids. We really want the best for them, and one of the things we can do is teach them how to live a healthy life right from the beginning. Remember, when they're very young, they don't know anything except what they see around them and what we teach them. So it's our chance to show them good examples and healthy habits versus exposing them to all of those not so great things. That doesn't mean we can't do them. Moderation is key, but we want to make sure that there's lots of opportunities for them to be healthy. So why do we even care about this? Why can't we just do what's easy? Well, sometimes what's easy isn't always the best thing for our kids. We want them to be healthy. Why is that important? Well, there's a few reasons. We want them to have the ability to enjoy all of the different opportunities that are in front of them, whether it's something to do with their schoolwork or sports or activities. We don't want their health to be a limiting factor. Again, sometimes things are unavoidable, but when we can have control of these things by proper exercise and nutrition, we want to take advantage of that. And speaking of good health, we don't want our kids to be sick. As a father of two kids, if there's one thing I hate to see, is to see them not feeling well or in pain. It just kills me inside and drives me crazy, especially when it doesn't seem like there's anything I can do to fix it. Another thing we want to worry about is their proper growth and development. If our kids aren't getting enough sleep or the right nutrition or the right stimulation, then there'll be certain milestones that might be lagging behind, and we hate to see that again for our kids. So we want to make sure that their growth is on target and doing well. Another thing that's becoming an increasing issue is we want them to build a strong self-image and a good self-esteem. We want them to have the confidence to tackle the tasks that are in front of them, to enjoy life that they can, and at the same time, we want them to respect their bodies and to understand what is a healthy lifestyle. So that's kind of why it's important, and we want to focus as soon as we can on these healthy aspects to teach our kids. So, speaking of teaching, what are some of the things that we can do? So I kind of break them down into three categories. We're just going to go kind of high level tonight. And the first thing is, everything starts with by leading a good example. Our kids are always watching. And this probably isn't the first time you've heard this. They see everything. Even when we think they're not looking or they're not listening, I guarantee you they are. And what they see you doing is probably what they're going to do themselves. So if you're not leading that good example, don't expect them to do things. If you're trying to get them to eat their vegetables for dinner and you don't have any on your plate, why would you expect them to do differently than you? Unless they totally despise you and want to do everything opposite, which I hope that's not the case, make sure you're doing the good activities to show them what they need to do. Second, nutrition. Nutrition is very important. Kids have different needs than adults. We want to try to cater to them. So we want to make sure that they have all of the fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, and whole grains that they need. Try not to force things on them. We'll talk a little bit later about some tips to get them to eat healthier diets and whatnot. But just keep in mind that nutrition is important. They're growing kids, and we want to make sure that they're able to do that to the best that they can. And finally, exercise. These days, as the electronics get busier and busier, they seem to be in front of our kids more and more. Don't forget to take that time to get outside, go for a walk as a family, ride bikes, play sports, whatever it is, get out and get moving. That exercise and stimulation is great for our kids as well as it is for you. So make sure you have that opportunity with them or give them that opportunity for them to do that and to grow. So I hope you found this helpful, and if you do, please feel free to share this video and subscribe below. And thanks again for watching. Hope everyone has a great